Welcome to Release Your Potential Now with Jane, your weekly dose of energy, wisdom, and healing, where we explore how energy shapes your life and how you can shift it to thrive in every area physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Each week, we'll dive into practical tools, real-world examples, and quantum energy perspectives to help you stay positive, navigate challenges, and reclaim your personal power. Whether you're dealing with stress, seeking balance, or curious about the energetic world around you, this is your space for insight, growth, and transformation.
Hello, and welcome to Release Your Potential Now with Jane. I'm Jane Phillips. Thank you for joining me today. On today's episode, we'll be clearing the static with an energy clearing process to remove interference that blocks your momentum. These protocols will remove possessions and other interfering energies that can keep you stuck. We're moving deeper into Aries fire season, which is the energy of action, courage, and forward motion. And when momentum is building, it can magnify everything, your clarity, your confidence, and also anything that's been draining you, distracting you, or interfering with your peace. So today we're going to focus on removing and neutralizing the unseen energies, entities, psychic cords we have with others, a bit of astrological influence, and other non-beneficial influences. And I also want you to know that I have a ghost-busting possession removal protocol you can download at ghostbusting.org, my website. If you're sensitive, empathic, or you've ever felt not quite yourself, this is a practical resource you can keep on hand. Okay, we're going to begin pretty quickly here. I want you to get comfortable and just take a slow breath. So you're going to be sitting and letting me do the work to release energies on you. So I'm going to be using my pendulum. Here we are. And when it goes counterclockwise, it's going to look like it's clockwise to you. It's removing energies. And when it stops is when I know I can go on to the next step. So get comfortable, get ready. It's helpful if you have a little bit of water with you, a glass of water. It helps move the energies. And if you're listening to this on the replay, feel free to pause it if you need to. But the water is an important piece. So please do have some. Okay, the very first thing that I do when I'm working with a client or clearing a house and clearing the energy of people in it is I look for possessions. And possessions are basically ghost-type energies that like you better than where they're at. And they're not out to harm you, but they can feel harmful. And if you have an angry personality, you will attract angry ghost-type energies, and then you're going to be more angry. And the story I tell before we get started here about possessions, because that's usually a big question, is if somebody is depressed and they're walking in the mall and a depressed energy is floating around, it's a ghost, and they're just hanging there, and they notice you and you're a match. They say, oh, I was so depressed when I died. I'm going to go hang on this person. I'm going to hang on Clarice. And all of a sudden, Clarice has an extra bit of energy and she's a little bit more depressed. There's another energy that bops by and says, oh my gosh, I'm seeing depressed people here, ghost type energies. I'd like to form a community with you. And all of a sudden, you've got a whole bunch of depressed energies on you. And your symptoms get worse. It stops your clarity. It's all sorts of things. So whatever your go-to is, if it's anxious, your anger is an issue, or anger can be good. It's just too much of a good thing. Same as all of these things. So just be aware that when your symptoms are ramping up, you're more depressed, you're more anxious, you're more angry, you could have energies on you. And that's what we're doing today, is to clear that. So the very first thing I'm going to do is clear possessions, and there are two types. One are just what I consider normal ones, and the others are possessions that are more ghost type energies that are more difficult to remove because they're afraid. They're afraid of judgment on the other side. They're afraid that somebody that they harmed might be there. They're afraid that they might meet someone that harmed them. Either way, they harmed or they were harmed. So there are a lot of different reasons. So we're going to jump right into it right now. I'll do less explanation as we go. And if you need more information, I do have a protocol kind of sheet that I can hand out to people if you just would email me at janecphillips.com. And I'm happy to explain a little bit further. But for the interests of this podcast and time, I'm not going to cover much more right now. All right, so get comfortable and here we go. So in the name of the light, I ask all obstruction and interference to be removed and interfering energies. That's in case there are energies that I'm not addressing that want to interfere with what we're doing here today. Okay. I'd now like to go to each and every one of you. I have cleared thousands of people in the past, so this should work as long as you're focused and following along and having the intention to release these energies. So for any possessions that each and every one of you have, I ask for 30,000 angels, Archangel Michael, Mother Mary, Jesus, Archangel Raphael, Uriel, Gabriel. We invite these energies to cross to the light to whomever would welcome them home with love and acceptance. So the pendulum will keep moving. And even though you might be looking at a replay, that still will work directly for you. Just keep your focus on this. These energies are going to the light above your head. We've asked that the light be there. And the big trick is that they need to be welcomed home with love and acceptance. I'd now like to go to you, and for the hidden ones, I ask that they be given a blanket and bubble wrap for protection and comfort, that they get 50,000 angels apiece, and we ask for Archangel Michael, Mother Mary, Jesus, Archangel Raphael, Uriel, Gabriel, and we invite these energies to cross to the light to whomever would welcome them home with love and acceptance. And this is a fancier pendulum, so it goes pretty fast. Just keep your focus on this. The next thing I'm going to do is remove targets. Targets, if you have enough darker energies, targets allow darker energies to shoot at you. They look kind of like a archery target on a bale of straw. So we ask to remove any targets that you might have. I have a very strong energy team that is helping with this. So it's not just me, even though it looks like it's just me. It has to remove any and all targets from each and every one of you. Now I'd like to go and remove any tags that you have. Tags allow dark energies to track you like cookies on our computer. In my mind's eye, I'm shown that they are like the push pins that we have on a bulletin board, except for a little bit bigger. So we're just asking you to remove any tags that each and every one of you might have that are interfering with your life. Now there's another category a friend of mine found we just call unaware possessions. They may not need to go to the light. They may live in a darker place. We're asking for 200,000 angels to come and triage these energies and take them to wherever they would be welcomed home with love and acceptance. Could be a dark place, it doesn't matter. We just want everybody to go where they belong and get off of you. Here we go. There we go. Just focus. You may or may not have some of these energies I just cleared, but if you focus on releasing also, that will help speed it up. And this first part was kind of heavy lifting. So if you'd like to take a sip of water right now, that would be good. Just to kind of help release the energies. The next thing I do is called Ho'oponopono. This is a Hawaiian prayer. And the Hawaiian prayer is, there are two ways to say it. I say it kind of opposite. It's a four-part prayer. It's I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And I just keep saying that over and over, and eventually I just say it in my head, and it will remove a lot of energies that I used to have to remove separately. So it gets rid of a lot of negative energies, more gray energies, some of the darker ones also. So we're just going to do the Ho'oponopono. If you want to write this down for future, it will also help clear you. So I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I'm doing this in my head now. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. All right. You may have heard this the other way. If you do know about Ho'oponopono, a lot of times the I love you is at the end. I like to put it first with good intention. The next thing I'm going to do, Ho'oponopono actually will clear your house too, so quite a bit. So if you do the ghost protocol, that you can download it at ghostbusting.org. You can also add Ho'oponopono, and you will clear a lot of energies. So the next thing I'm doing that Ho'oponopono does not do is I'm asking to remove any parts of each of you from under the influence of the dark side. Move any parts of you from under the influence of the dark side. And that's anything that's putting you in fear. So the government right now can put you in fear. You might have other things, conspiracy things, something that you feel helpless to help with. That's putting you into fear. It allows darker energies to attract to you. So removing any parts of you that might be under the influence of the dark side, and turn these parts now to be under the influence of the light. So just filling the spaces where we remove the darker energies. Next thing I'm going to do is remove psychic cords. So cording is when you and another person are energetically attached. And we cord when we have young children. Mothers and fathers will cord their children. That's kind of how you have a sixth sense of maybe when Johnny's about to climb onto a table or get out of his crib. But as we get older, it's not beneficial to be in someone else's energy field. And you'll do it if you're in love, of course, that happens frequently. But if you're really not happy with somebody or they're not happy with you, you're going to be in each other's energy field, and it's really not beneficial for your health. So we ask Archangel Michael to come with his sword and shield and cut and remove any psychic cords that each and every one of you have between yourself and any other people, energies, entities, or beings that are not for your best and highest good. Burn these cords in the violet flame of Saint Germain and scatter the ashes. Here we go. And you can use this protocol if you have somebody that you're really trying to disconnect with. You can listen to this video again, and that'll help with that. Okay, the next thing is astrological influence. Sometimes your bad luck and your bad days has to do with the planets. And while I am not an astrologer, I do happen to understand that sunspots and planets and your birth chart, all of those things can have an influence. So we're just asking to neutralize any negative astrology that's affecting you. Just neutralize any negative astrology affecting you. Okay, the next thing is your frequency. So the way I'm using frequency is how ramped up you are. There are different ways to use it, but this is my intention with this, is if you are too angry, too anxious, too depressed, and we've removed these energies, then we're just going to ask to bring your frequency down to what might be ideal for you. So there's a professional dowser that I follow who's very well known. His name is Raymond Grace, and it's Raymond without a D. And he has a website, raymondgrace.com. And he says that our ideal frequency is between 1 and 3. And 1 isn't better or 3 isn't better. It's just more like hair color or eye color, that sort of thing. So if you're ramped up and you're at a 33 or a 55 or a 20, we're trying to bring your ideal frequency, you back to your ideal frequency. So you might want to just put your hand on your belly and do a little bit of breathing and just let your frequency calm you down. Okay. And the last thing in this protocol is called St. Michael's Screen. We're talking about Archangel Michael, and he has a golden net that he can pull through people or houses, basically a room at a time. So this is something you could use if you felt a room needed some extra clearing. So we ask Archangel Michael to come with the whales, dolphins, and fishes and golden net. And we ask the whales, dolphins, and fishes to pull the golden net through each and every one of you. You have your separate nets to take to the light any remaining energy that is not for your best and highest good. And the net starts at your feet and goes all the way up through the top of your head. And generally, if you've cleared possessions and some of these other things, the net will go fairly fast. And you might feel it or you might not. Some people can. And if it's happening in a room in your house, you might be able to see it go up the walls. So we ask Archangel Michael to bring the golden net with the whales, dolphins, and fishes and pull it through each of you to clear your energy field. So now that's basically you're clear. I'm going also, because we have time for this, I'm going to add in some positive things for you. So my pendulum will swing the other way. So the first thing I want to do is bring your life force to 100%. We ask to raise your life force to 100%. I ask to raise your energy level to the highest appropriate energy level and bring you into balance and harmony with earth energies. There we go. I'd now like to balance your right and left brain. I ask to balance your brain chemistry. And I ask to balance the tones, that's sound, of your bones, muscles, tendons, and flesh. And then the last thing I do, there is a friend of mine in New Mexico who built this beautiful Flower of Life metal piece, and it's very powerful. So I asked to grab the energy from this Flower of Life, bring it into each and every one of you, and raise your energy level one more time. This is usually pretty powerful. It's a very powerful structure. I have my own Flower of Life metal structure, but it doesn't operate quite as strongly as this one that I'm by intention. Okay, I'm going to put my pendulum down. My arm gets tired doing this for you. And now just kind of take a sip of water, be calm, and just take a slow breath in. And just notice if anything's different now. Just relax. Is anything different? Even if it's subtle. It could be you feel more space, you might feel calmer, steadier, clearer emotionally. And that's the whole point of this. You have all these other energies influencing you, and these energies, when they're released, to where they need to go. So we're not being adversarial with anything that we're doing or that I'm choosing to do. Even the darker energies are going to where they belong, but they're not going to be on you. So that's the whole point of this, is to give you some space. And one of the things that I tell people is when your energy cleared and you don't have all these other energies influencing you, your discernment is way better. It's stronger. It's more you. It's not being influenced by these other energies that you're feeling or may not even be aware are there. So as we're heading into April, I just wanted to do a little cleanup because April's fire is really strong. The Aries energy is ramping up. We're in the year of the fire horse, and that can be really challenging too. So we have a lot of fire energy, and fire energy pushes us. But I don't want it to push you down and and into despair or any of that. I want you to have enough energy off of you so that your discernment is strong, that you can do what's in your best and highest good. And a reminder from all of the other episodes we've had in March, it's like, do what's the most important thing for you right now, the thing you've been procrastinating on that you can't really avoid. Take a baby step toward it, anything small, because it's going to take some of the pressure off of you and help you move forward. And if it's ignored, if you're ignoring things still, just pick one thing. Don't pick like I have 12 things to do. Pick the one that's, when you write things down, the one that really stands out, and take a step for it. Maybe it's something, a small step that you can do in the moment and take a half an hour and sort things out. But it's really important because as this energy builds this year, and this is going to be a challenging year, 2026 is a 1 year. It's a starting year in numerology. And with all the fire energy we've got, there's just going to be a lot of pressure to get things done. But the point that I want to make is pick the thing that's most important and take a baby step to it. I have a picture that I haven't posted yet, but it's showing two ladders, and one where the ladder is really big steps in between, and so no one can really reach the first step. And the other one is showing all these baby steps. And the picture of the person who got the furthest is the one with the baby steps. So just be kind to yourself, and I'll see you next episode in April. And we'll continue with this as to how to navigate all of the fire energy that's here this year astrologically, and try and stay calm during all of the outside influences. So thank you for joining me today on Release Your Potential Now with Jane. If you'd like extra support between episodes, make sure you download the Ghost or Possession Removal Protocol at ghostbusting.org and use it anytime you feel interference, heaviness, or not you energy creeping in. This is really important, and you can listen to this podcast again as a replay if you need a touch-up, and carry all of this into April. So clearing first, and then you're able to go. So make one clean choice, one brave step, and some steady follow through. I'm Jane Phillips, and this is Release Your Potential Now with Jane. Until next time, stay grounded, stay protected, and let April's fire work for you, not against you. Thank you.
You've been listening to Release Your Potential Now with Jane, your weekly dose of energy wisdom and healing. Tune in on Transformation Talk Radio to unlock the power of energy healing and transform your life one insight at a time. Share this episode with a friend who's feeling stuck and might benefit from a little extra support on their journey. Together, we can create a ripple effect of healing and positivity, empowering individuals to live healthier, more joyful lives. Are you ready to gain control of your life and health? Then visit janecphillips.com to book a session, join a workshop, or explore how energy wisdom can help you heal and thrive.